Democracy Denied and the Vice President for Policy at Americans for Prosperity. His name is Phil Kerpen.
Well, first of all, thank you guys for standing here for a couple hours in the rain, your feet and legs for a few more minutes. You'll endure to prevent much greater pain in the future under this administration and their policies. Nancy Pelosi was famously asked, is the bill constitutional? And she said, are you kidding? Well, I don't, are we kidding? No. Do we care about the United States Constitution? Yes. Are we going to repeal this bill? Yes. Now let's remember how this thing passed in the first place. They took a draft bill that should never have passed because the people of Massachusetts, not the most conservative state, elected Scott Brown to be the 41st vote to stop it. They took a draft bill and put it in the United States Code as is. And that draft bill embodied every corrupt deal that you could imagine to get it past the finish line: the Cornhusker kickback, the Louisiana Purchase, the Yukon for the state of Connecticut, the Gatorade for the state of Florida. It also bought off the hospitals. It also bought off the pharmaceuticals. And the corrupt deal they made with the insurance companies was pretty simple. They said to the insurance companies, look, we want to regulate you out of control 6 ways to Sunday, tell you every single way to operate your business. And if you accept it, we'll force everyone in America to buy your product. We'll force them to buy your product whether they want to or not. And we'll sweeten the pot with a couple $100 billion of subsidies and tax dollars. And the insurance companies took the deal, and that's the bill that we've got now. It is corrupt, and the unconstitutional mandate is at the heart of how this whole thing operates. The federal government does not have the power to force us to purchase a product. It has never occurred before in history, and the United States Supreme Court had better do the right thing and strike down the mandate. But when they strike down the mandate, let's just say, when they strike down the mandate, they need to go further, because if they strike down the mandate and only the mandate, all of the regulations and all the bureaucracies and all the rest of this law will destroy private health care in this country just as surely as if the mandate had stood. And so they have to strike down the entire law. And if any of Obamacare is still intact after the Supreme Court decision, then we need a Congress and a president that will do the right thing, that will restore constitutional government, that will stand up for liberty, and will repeal Obamacare. I've been to a lot of Tea Party rallies. I remember 2 years ago when we were out here on the Capitol steps begging them not to pass this bill, which they ignored. I remember 3 years ago here in Washington on tax day, out in front of the White House in the pouring rain, when our voices were ignored. And I'm going to do something I've never done before at a Tea Party. I don't think any of us have. I'm going to actually litter. It's a one-time thing. Repeal this bill. Thank you very much.